Alright guys, the very last section of chapter 10 that we're going to mess with here has to do with equations of circles and how to basically use the equation of a circle to plot a circle in the coordinate plane. Okay, so this is your equation. Okay, x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared equals r squared, where r is the radius, h and k are the x and y values of the center of the circle. Okay, one thing to notice here are the minus signs. Okay, the minus signs are going to be really important because within your equation, okay, you're going to have the opposite of whatever your actual center is. Okay, so the negative version of that. Okay, now how this is derived comes from the distance formula. Okay, so if I draw any circle here with a center, right, the centers h and k, right, x and y is going to be any point on that circle. Okay, so all you're doing really is the distance formula, because if you think about it, right, the distance formula is going to be the distance from this point, the center, to this point, right? And you know that the distance formula here, the distance is actually the radius, no matter where you're at all around the circle. Okay, so that's where it comes from. If you want to see me derive it out of asking class or something, I don't think you really care about it that much. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to be able to write that these equations of circles. Okay, so we're going to write the equation of a circle with a center 5, 0. So this is h and that's k, right? And the radius is 4.8. So we're going to use this equation: x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Okay, now h is negative 5, so we're going to have x plus 5 in here squared. Notice, like I said, that it's the opposite. What appears in here is the opposite of what the actual center is, okay, because of that negative sign. Plus y minus 0 squared, so you don't need to worry about doing the y minus 0, okay, because the 0 doesn't matter. It's not changing anything. Equals 4.8 squared, which I believe is 23.04. So that's the equation of that circle. Okay. So the second one, the point 2, 1 is on the circle, whose center is 4 and negative 3. We're going to write the equation. All right, so we have, obviously we're going to be using this equation. We've got h and k, right, and then we can use this to give us the radius. Okay, so we need to find the distance between these two in order to get the radius, right? We can plot this, right? If we just want to draw it, we're going to go to 4, negative 3, right there. We know that 2, 1 is on the circle, so that's going to be the radius, right? And if we stay at that radius all the way around, all right, that's going to be approximately our circle. We really need to find this radius, right, which comes from the distance formula. All right, so we're going to find d, so distance, or radius, same as radius, is equal to the square root of x1 minus x2 squared, so 4 minus 2 squared, plus negative 3 minus 1 squared. Okay, so we'll have 2 squared is 4, 2 squared is 4, negative 4 squared is 16, so square root of 20. Just like that, that's our radius. So for our equation, we're going to have x minus 4 squared, right? 4 is our h, plus y plus 3 squared, because that's our k, equals square root of 20 squared, which is just 20. And that's complete. Let's do some more examples. Alright, so now we get the equation, we have to actually graph it. Okay, so we have to remember the center of this circle is at the opposite of this, and the opposite of this is h and k. So we've got 3, negative 1 is the center, and r is the square root of this number right here, which is 2. Okay, so we need to plot this. Actually, let me do that in black, and then I'll draw it in blue. Okay, so in blue, I'm going to go over to 3, negative 1, put the center in there, and I'm going to go radius 2 all around. Connect them all, and there's my circle. Okay, Obviously, it doesn't have to be perfect. You just do the best you can. Okay, number 4. All right, now, get the equation of the circle is this x minus 13 squared plus y minus 6 squared equals 9. Right? So I'm going to plot that quickly. You can say, probably need a little more space. Okay, so x minus 13 squared, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm going to need 3 more because the radius is 3, 14, 15, 16. Right, and I'm going down 6. Oh, up 6, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to go up 3 more because r is going to be 3. 7, 8, 9. And now I can plot this. We have 13, 6. That's going to be my center. Do it in red. 13, 6 is the center, right? And r equals 3. Okay, I'm going to go 3 in every direction. Draw the circle. Okay, now I'm going to plot each of these points A, B, and C. I'll do those in blue, and we'll see if they're on, inside, or outside the circle. So 5, 6 is going to be all the way over here. Obviously, A is outside the circle. Okay, 14, 8, we're going to be in here. 14 up to 8, that's going to be inside the circle. So that's not quite right. And 29 out to 20, it's out here. Up to 9, up there. Okay, that's going to be outside the circle also. So B is going to be the only one that's inside the circle. Okay, just another graphing one. And lastly, we're going to graph another circle. Center's at -6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, radius is 10. There's the -6, 0. Radius is 10. I'll do it in blue. All right, radius is root 10, so we know that root 10 is just a little bit bigger than 3, so I need to go about 3 up and down and over. And there's our circle. Okay, that's it. See you guys in class.